Honorable Mr. Kowalczyk, Mr. Rao, Director General of FAO, Deputy Director General, Assistant Directors General, and Regional Representative for Europe and Central Asia. Good afternoon. I'm Nabil Ganji. I'm the Secretary of the 33rd session for the Regional Conference for Europe, which is held in the next 3 days in this beautiful city of Łódź, which has seen a great number of events throughout history. A city whose architecture now shows us how a city was built over an agro-industry with its textile history, and a city that has also left a mark in arts and cinema and music. So I'd like to welcome you to Łódź. This is the inaugural ceremony for the regional conference, and this evening will start by a few welcoming words from FAO's Director General, Dr. Tsu Dong-kyu, followed by His Excellency Henryk Kowalczyk, Deputy Prime Minister, Minister of Agriculture and Rural Development of Poland, and followed by His Excellency Zbigniew Rao, Minister of Foreign Affairs. We have also the honor to have a word from His Excellency Janusz Wojciechowski, EU Commissioner for Agriculture. After that, we'll have a local welcome by Mr. Tobias Buchenski, the Voivode of Łódź. Excellencies, distinguished delegates, ladies and gentlemen, I would now like to invite Dr. Tsu Dong-kyu, the Director General of the Food and Agriculture Organization, to deliver his welcome remarks. Dr. Tsu, please.
His Excellency, Deputy Prime Minister, the Minister for Agriculture and Rural Development of Poland. His Excellencies, the Minister for Foreign Affairs of Poland. His Excellencies, the Commissioner for Agriculture of the European Commission. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. I'm so pleased to be in Poland second time, this time especially on occasion of 33 sessions of Regional Minister Conference for Europe and Central Asia. The first time for me to visit the country as FAO Director General. I would like to thank the government, the people of Poland, for the generous hospitality here in Łódź. I used to be called Łódź, but now today they told me it's Łódź. An important city with a prosperous agro-industry. Because last time I came here, since you are so competitive agro-industry, you want to export from here to China. So I was honored to see all your agro-industry and fully convinced of your capacity and your quality control. This year marks 65 years of Poland membership of FAO, a strong and fruitful partnership. This morning I had a very fruitful discussion with the Honorable Minister of Foreign Affairs. He is humble to say Poland is not a rich country, but I said it's, of course, that's why every country wants to be better, not the best. But Poland, you are already rich enough, but you want to be better. I really congratulate you to be better and better. And also, I have a special honor to have a briefing to your Honorable President this afternoon also. Yesterday, I had a a very good meeting, dialogue with Prime Minister and the Minister of Agriculture and Rural Affairs. So, in short, I got a strong feeling, and your government have a strong support of the agro-food systems and rural development. And all of you with a strong and rich experience in the multilateralism, and that's what we appreciate very much. Before coming to Łódź, I paid a visit to Warsaw and had productive meetings with all the leaders I mentioned. In our conversation about the sustainable agri-food systems, we confirmed our shared design to build a future in which no one is hungry and no one is left behind. We know it is a challenging time for us, but together, now more than ever, we must continue to work for the benefit of all countries in the region and beyond. The impact of the war in Ukraine continues to affect our lives, health, and economy. The ongoing destruction is causing enormous human suffering and leaving production value chain, supply chain destroyed, and its effects are being felt across the global agri-food systems. The increase in food, energy, and fertilizer prices is putting the next harvest at risk and the impact on the world food security. This hybrid regional minister conference is an excellent example of how we can address the challenges we face with joint determination, blending traditional approaches and know-how with the modern technology advanced. And also, it's timing for you to find your own solutions, packaged solutions to deal with the crisis in short term, mid term, and long term. We know that European, you have a capacity to solve any challenge ahead of us. And this reflects FAO's vision of transformation of agri-food systems, built on proving the approaches and emerging them with innovative and digital solutions to increase efficiency, inclusiveness, resilience, and sustainability. Last week, I took part in the important conference in Baku on how to accelerate the digital transformation of agri-food systems. And we learned the experience from Azerbaijan and other countries in that region. And we discussed many initiatives such as, for example, the concept of small villages, which can benefit and become the backbone of digitalization in agriculture, create new and exciting opportunities for rural communities. Many of you were there with me in Baku, and I look forward to continue our discussion with a particular focus on the Europe and Central Asia region. The regional minister conference will provide an opportunity to exchange opinions in search of innovative solutions to long-standing challenges and on recent developments, as well as how, in line with regional conditions and priorities, we can achieve the four betters: better production, better nutrition, better environment, and better life for all, leaving no one behind. Dear friends, I'm pleased to be joined by so many delegates and observers from across the region and beyond. With more than 50 representatives of the FAO members and the European Union. I got to know only one member is not joined, so 53. No matter you're big or small, and the first time to join this hybrid meeting after 2 years pandemic. Your voice are needed. Your strong commitment and support will ensure a successful minister conference. I sincerely hope you focus on the FAO mandate and the regional priority and make your professional solutions. With that, I once again thank you, especially thank you for the Minister of Foreign Affairs, the Minister of Agriculture, and European Commissioners, because three of you, fortunately, you are originally from here. So that's why this region, this province become one of the most important agricultural industry province in Poland, and probably one of the most competitive region in Europe for the future. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Director General, for your words. Thank you for reminding us of the challenges that are awaiting us in the next 3 days and what we need really to focus on: a better life and a better production, better nutrition, better environment, leaving no one behind. At this time, I'd like to invite His Excellency, the Honorable Henryk Kowalczyk, Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Agriculture and Rural Development of Poland, to basically address the... Thank you.
Szanowny Panie Dyrektorze,
Mr. Director, Excellencies, Ministers, Commissaries, and delegates. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to welcome you in Poland, Łódź, at the opening ceremony of the 33rd session of the FAO Conference for Europe. We are in central Poland, in a city where it's intriguing at any step. It's full of factories, but at the same time it's green, it's eclectic and avant-garde at the same time. The history of Łódź goes back to the Middle Ages, but the dynamic growth of the city started only about 200 years ago, as it became the heart of the textile and film industry, the center of religious, ecumenical life, as well as the interreligious dialogue. And Łódź remains one of the most important academic, cultural, and industrial centers. Ladies and gentlemen, given the difficult economic and political situation we are now facing as the world and as the countries out of region, I would like this conference to be an opportunity for creative dialogue and seeking solutions for the problems at hand. We are all well aware that even before the outbreak of the COVID-19 pandemic, the prospects for achieving the sustainable development goals were in jeopardy, and the impact of the pandemic has only made matters worse. The ongoing hostilities in our region are a source of new challenges for agriculture and global food security. This makes the initiatives launched through the UN Food Systems Summit and collaboration under the auspices of the FAO all the more important. The FAO remains the most important global forum on standards and guidelines concerning food systems, with regional conferences enabling taking the specific characteristic and needs the regional member groups work on. It is important to us that FAO remains sensitive to the needs of its member states. I'm glad that some of you could come to Poland to participate in this session. The implementation of the assumptions of the EU Common Agricultural Policy by the Polish agriculture and processing sectors continue to be some of the best examples for the benefits of modernization processes, as shown by the growing value of the agri-food exports. We are happy to share our knowledge and experience in this area. You will also have the opportunity to discover the quality and flavor of Polish food products, which are the staple of our international success. I hope everyone will get involved in the debates, and I take part in this fruitful and rewarding discussions. I hope that the conference will result in conclusions that will prove helpful in addressing the problems faced by the global agricultural sector. I wish you a good debate. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Your Excellency, and thanks for reminding everyone of how we are working on sustainable development goals and how it is important to work together with the EU, indeed, in order for us to attain a better food security for all. At this stage, I'd like to invite His Excellency Zbigniew Rau, Minister of Foreign Affairs of the Republic of Poland, to address this. Thank you.
Dear Director General, dear representatives of FAO, dear delegates, dear Deputy Prime Minister, dear Commissioner, Mr. Voivod, Mr. Marshal, Madam Mayor, ladies and gentlemen, it's my honor to welcome you to Poland, the host country for the European Ministers' Regional Conference of the Food and Agricultural Organization. FAO's significance cannot be overestimated. The organization plays a key role in global efforts to achieve food security for all. Poland is a country where agriculture has been a substantial part of the economy. As an active member of the United Nations, we appreciate FAO's role in addressing global challenges of hunger and food production. We achieved a successful transformation of the agricultural sector, making use of the possibilities offered by our membership in international organizations. Also, the FAO. Now, we are willing to share our experience in agriculture and rural development with other countries of Europe and Central Asia gathered here today. Ladies and gentlemen, in recent weeks, food security has gained exceptional importance and has been raised in multiple fora. New challenges for agricultural sector are emerging and must be adequately addressed. The Russian unprovoked aggression against Ukraine destabilized global food security. I am glad that our conference will allow us to discuss this challenge. Food security is a key priority for 2022 and beyond. Indeed, it is a potential crisis factor that can affect migration and push back the development progress in recent decades. To strengthen the international community and facilitate development, we need to bolster the global security system and multiculturalism in general. Multiculturalism and genuine dialogue remain guiding principles of Polish foreign security, in particular with regard to food security. Ladies and gentlemen, I am pleased to welcome you to Łódź, my hometown. Łódź is an example of a city that has undergone difficult socio-economic transformation. It's a city with deep industrial roots, full of respect for its history and multi-ethnic identity. In recent decades, it experienced a rapid modernization. Today's Łódź is the Polish capital of film, as it has been already mentioned here. Modern art and great post-industrial architecture. It has also become a logistic hub for Central Europe. However, for the sake of our conference, it is above all a capital of a region which has traditionally been one of the most important agricultural centers of Poland. Today, it still plays an important role in domestic food production. Let it be a benchmark for food systems and agriculture transformation in the 21st century. Ladies and gentlemen, I wish you a vigorous, intellectually provoking, and thoughtful discussion. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Your Excellency. And again, thank you for extending the invitation to FAO to meet in the beautiful Łódź, your hometown. I'd like at this stage to ask His Excellency Janusz Wojciechowski, the EU Commissioner for Agriculture, to take the stage. Thank you.
Szanowny Panie Dyrektorze Generalny,
Director General, Prime Minister, Ministers, Voivod, Mayor. To me, it's also a great experience to take part in the opening of this conference in Łódź, the city that is also close to my heart because it's the capital city of the region where I live. The region which is important for many reasons, mentioned already by the director, but confirmed by the Deputy Prime Minister and the Minister, an important agricultural center as well, because all types of agriculture that can be met in Europe can be found here. It's horticulture and husbandry and all types of agricultural production. So it's a good paragon because there are lots of challenges facing us in this part of Europe. And there are huge challenges, brutal aggression of Russia in Ukraine, except well, besides victims and the loss of human life, also destroys agricultural infrastructure, and we are looking at it with great care, because Ukraine was the country which which was feeding lots of other countries, but today it's struggling with problems to survive, and we want to ensure the supply chains for food for Europe and the rest of the world. And it's very good that we are having this discussion. It's very timely because we have to address this challenge. We have to offer assistance in exports. Tomorrow, the European Commission will present its communication, and it will present a plan of action explaining how the European Commission and the member states can help to moderate this challenge and to face this challenge and to replace the exports of Ukrainian cereals to important regions of the world, like Northern Africa. So we need to rethink our long-term strategy as well, how to foster food security in the face of these difficult challenges, how to combine sustainable development of agriculture, because this is the key to ensure food security in the future, but also to produce enough food to ensure food for everyone in every corner of the world. These problems have to be solved in the spirit of solidarity. Solidarity is a beautiful Polish word. We often looked at challenges faced by farmers, such as competition. Competition is very good in general, but today in solving these global challenges linked to food security, we also need solidarity. Solidarity between farmers, but also solidarity among us who shape the agricultural policy. I wish you fruitful debates, and I hope you will work out good solutions in the spirit of international solidarity, in the spirit of mutual understanding of these huge challenges that we are facing. I would like to thank very much Director General, Mr. Q, for organizing this conference at this very moment here, because the role of FAO is especially relevant and vital when we need so many analysis and coordination of cooperation. Thank you very much for this initiative. And once again, I wish you fruitful debates in the spirit of solidarity. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Your Excellency. And again, a reminder how solidarity is needed in order for us to face COVID and other issues that are facing our food security, and that conflicts do not definitely help. At this stage, I would like to welcome Mr. Tobias Buchenski, the Voivode of the region of Łódź, to address us. Thank you.
Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, it's an honor and pleasure to welcome you in Łódzkie Voivodeship and in the city of Łódź, which is a symbol of dynamic development and industrialization. In the region, which is one of the leaders of agricultural production, but also which is famous for universities and growing IT sector. Łódź is located in the center of Poland. Therefore, Łódzkie Voivodeship is situated in the heart of Europe. And at the crossroads, at the intersection of north, south, east, west trade routes, it's an excellent place to visit privately or for business. Excellencies, I wish everyone a successful and fruitful debates in these very difficult times for Europe and for the world. Thank you. Good luck.
Thank you, Mr. Buchenski, and thank you for the hospitality that you and Her Excellency the Mayor is extending for all the delegates here in Łódź. This concludes actually the inaugural ceremony of the 33rd session of the Regional Conference for Europe. But before you leave, I wish to invite the heads of delegations for a family photo, followed by a joint photo opportunity to all delegates and observers in the room, just here next to us. So allow me to pass on the microphone to my colleague, Konrad Kaczynski, Minister Plenipotentiary of the Foreign Affairs of Poland, for the 33rd session of the Regional Conference for Europe, who will take us through the second part of our evening. Just one thing before I pass on the microphone to my friend Konrad. Tomorrow we're starting at 9 o'clock sharp in this hall. So thank you very much, and let me pass it on to Konrad.
Thank you, Nabil. I have the honor, ladies and gentlemen, to extend the invitation of His Excellency Deputy Prime Minister Henryk Kowalczyk and His Excellency Foreign Minister Zbigniew Rau, for the delegates, for the observers, and for the speakers, as well as for the officials of FAO, to an official gala reception on this floor. The gala will feature a special and very interesting, exceptional cultural event, which we're going to see. After the gala, for those guests, for those delegates who are staying in the Novotel and Ambassador Hotel, the shuttle bus will part around 10 p.m. Also, for the rest of the guests and all of us involved, the special dinner will be also served on the first floor of the hotel. So thank you, and let us pass on to another point of the program. I kindly remind the heads of delegations to pass on to the next room for a family photo.